Hello, this is Alex from the Friends and Flayers podcast. Today I want to talk to you about Anchor. Anchor is legitimately the easiest way to make a podcast. It gives you everything you need to record, edit, and distribute your podcast all in one place. Best of all, it's free. That's right, you're not going to spend a single gold piece, or if you prefer, $1, if you're lame, on Anchor. They even distribute to other platforms like Spotify, iTunes, and Google. You easily make money from your podcast. No minimum listeners required. So download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Welcome to the Friends and Flayers podcast, a podcast where we play Dungeons and Dragons for fun. Joel, this is my new announcer voice, guys. Joel, can you please give us a readout of what happened last time?
Certainly. Chapter 1, Dearly Departed. Our story begins around a campfire. The party is sitting next to a campfire, a horse, Nellie, and the cart of Talbot Turner, a doctor of all ailments, A-L-E, and brewmaster. He doesn't trust the horseless carriages from Neptune. We introduced our characters, Orlando Nash, Flan, Gorham, Aldrin, and Marhalt. I'm not going to go into the descriptions again. After some time, we realized Talbot has been missing. Close to 2 hours, Aldrin finds his footsteps, and we head in the direction towards the tree line. Talbot is an older human, around 60, gray hair, in a horseshoe shape and bald on top. We find him hunched over a deer carcass. He hired us for a caravan guard, and we've been traveling for 3 days towards a liberation festival, with another week's travel in front of us. The deer looks to be in good health, but it's still dead. The neck was snapped, and it fell from a great distance. Gorham grabs the deer, and we head back to camp.
Real quick, did you just say it looked like it was in good health, except for the fact that it looked like it
But
had
has still
fallen?
died.
Oh, okay. I thought you said that it looked like it was in good health, except for the fact that it looked like it fell from a great distance and snapped its neck. I just wanted to clarify that.
No, the deer looks to be in good health, but it has still died. The neck was snapped, and it looked like it fell from a great distance.
I gotta say, it doesn't look anywhere.
Talbot prepares the deer for dinner, and then we all take watch. Gorham and Flan go to get water. Flan wanted to talk to his patron, but Gorham followed. We break down the camp, jump on the cart, and head out. Cart has a heavy smell of barley beer and yeast. Flan squeezes a crayfish into a bucket of water, looks into it, gets upset, and dumps the bucket out of the back of the cart. Down the road, we see a trader in purple robes, the colors of a Muldeer trading company from the country of Muldeer. His carriage is broken down and smoking in the middle of the road. He has a collection of shamblemen. He got them for free, trying to sell them for the Burketown Festival. The effigies are in the figures of goblins, oversized heads, small body, green skin, pointy ears, and teeth. Orlando Minor illusions a badge to deceive the trader to look at the cart, and Marhalt inspects the effigies for the fireworks hidden inside. Marhalt finds a bag of black powder in the back of the trader's cart. He got it from a human man north of Crater Lake. Gorham tries to intimidate Callum Cartwright, the trader, by squeezing his hand and fails. Flan buys 3 for a gold piece. Callum hitches a ride with us to a farm to help get his cart fixed. Flan sets the effigies with Eldritch blasts. They explode, but not much happens. Callum says no returns and points to his cart. We pile into Talbot's cart and head off to a farm. And that's the end of Chapter 1, Part 1.
Thank you so much for that. Do you guys have any questions on what happened last time? I think it was pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, I feel like The quick recap is that we stumbled upon a humble merchant and then proceeded to just totally nuke his entire supply of goblin effigies.
He still probably has like close to like 200 of them on his cart. You guys,
I mean, they're goblins.
Are these really small effigies, or is this a massive cart?
It was like the reason why it broke down is because it was like too much shit was on his cart.
Just too many effigies.
Yeah, too many effigies. So yeah, you guys are en route to a close farm. Yeah, you guys basically terrorized a door-to-door salesman. Classic
Dorm terrorized no one. He just tried to intimidate him and failed miserably.
That's true.
Well, I'm pretty sure the definition of terrorism is using threats of violence, which I feel like intimidation could be a threat of violence, but that's neither here nor there.
A handshake is terrorism? We're counting handshakes as terrorism now. Is that what you're
That's what the
telling me,
libtards
Bagley?
think.
You said you wanted to crush his hand. Yeah, I think that is a little bit...
like a strong grip, not literally bust every bone in his hand.
Oh,
Come
well,
on!
I guess if it's a strong grip, then that's just you having a strong grip. I thought you were going for the old, like, ramshackle his whole hand.
I should have broke your thumbs! No.
Suddenly, Joey
right.
Canetti.
All right. You guys travel further down the road. On the side of the road, you see an archway over a driveway. It's leading to a decent-sized farmstead. The archway reads Oatlight Farms. Posted next to the archway is a sign that says Caravans Welcome. On both sides of the driveway, you see those effigies, just like Callum has loaded down on his cart. They're posted about every 10 feet going down the 80-foot driveway. Wheat fields flank the right side of the driveway as far as you can see. The left side is fenced in, and it looks to be a pasture for some animals. Callum kind of like quirks his mouth into a smile and says, I made a tiny sum from the Oatlight family. And you continue on. The Oatlight farmstead consists of a large house made of brick and wood, an even larger barn made out of wood painted red. As Talbot pulls into the farm, you notice a few other carts sitting in a grassy area, both pulled by driver stones, just like Callum's. Some distance away, you see some woods, and then you also see a stone tower peeking out of the trees. You see a half-orc girl come running out of the farmhouse, green-skinned and smiling. She waves at all of you. She's followed by a human woman. Her dark hair is pulled up in a tight bun. She smiles and waves at you as well. Orlando, make a perception check for me.
Can do. With a +4 to perception. 24. Not 20, baby!
I'm
damn.
Scrolled all the way up, man. There we are. Yeah, definitely. Orlando, you pause as you see a familiar sort of cart. The markings of this on the side denote they're from your homeland. It appears you're not the only Ploon at the Oatlight Farms. The little girl runs up to the side of the cart, and her eyes are wide. She's staring at the horse and goes, "A horse?" In her hands, you see her grasping a book. She's holding onto it tight. She's basically in like the normal like prairie farm girl dress, pigtails. Her tusks shoot out of her mouth, but she's in awe of the horse currently.
I would like to jump down and talk to the little girl and say, what if I told you it's not just an ordinary horse? And I would like to minor illusion a horn, making the horse look like a unicorn.
Her
and
smile.
then,
Okay, go ahead.
oh no,
Her smile fades and she goes, "I'm not stupid. I know it's a normal horse. We don't see many horses anymore since the driver stones were invented." And she kind of glares at you, Orlando.
Fair enough. And I just walk past her.
Looks like your politics don't work on this one.
The mother comes up and she pats the girl on the head. She goes, I'm sorry about that. She's a bright one, and she's more trouble than she's worth sometimes. And she kind of like gives a motherly glare at the little girl.
I can't fault her for being too smart. Though it burst my ego.
I am Becca, and this is Tara, Oatlight. We're the owners of this fine farm. What brings you here today?
Myself specifically, I am on my way to perform at the festival, and I gesture to my harp that is in my little handy dandy knapsack.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got this band of, and I sort of lean in and I say, I'm going to be honest, they're kind of buffoons, and then pull away. And we are on our way to the festival, all of us.
You see Tara take you all in. When she sees Marhart, she wait, that's your name, right? Marhalt. Sorry. She sees Marhalt. Her eyes go wide, and she looks down at her book and looks back up at you. Looks down at the book, looks back at you. Hi, I'm Tara, and she tries to reach her hand up to shake yours, even though she's on the ground and you're on the cart.
I'll get down and shake her hand. I actually get on a knee and kiss it. Good afternoon, my lady.
She blushes.
I'm just gonna roll my eyes.
What is your name?
My name is Marhalt.
Like, her green skin turns pale white, and her mouth turns into an oval as, like, and her, like, jaw just gets slackened, where she's just like, oh, like, the book?
Which book?
She turns the book and shows you the cover. It's the newest edition of Marhalt's Adventures. And she like flips open and finds an illustration and shows it to you. It's a man riding a horse with a lance, and it looks particularly like you.
I'm gonna lean over to Gorham and say, "Are these some strange mating rituals in your country?"
Don't look at me, mate. I got nothing to do with this.
The little girl is just like in awe of you. You notice that Becca starts talking to Talbot and the merchant Callum, and it seems like they're arranging your stay at the farm for the night, and possibly things getting set up for Callum's cart to be fixed at the farm.
I'm gonna thumb through the book if she'll let me.
Sure. She gives it to you like yeah, of course. I mean, it is your book, and she kind of looks like smiles with like a shy smile.
So at this point, I'm gonna take off my helmet and reveal that I actually have my hair is on the left side. It's salt and pepper, and on the right side, it's black, and it does match the picture in the book.
She like as soon as you take your helmet off, she like her eyes grow even wider, and she goes, I've never met a celebrity before.
Well, I can't say that I know what these books are about. I don't have much recollection of, except for the last 3 weeks.
She's dumb.
Do I overhear any of this?
Unless Marhalt is speaking low, the girl is not. She's dumbfounded. Like she's like fanning herself, just like like a little girl meeting a boy band member. Like that's the level of
I was gonna say,
excitement
it seems
she
like
has.
Marhalt is like a teenage heartthrob.
He's a Jonas brother.
Yes,
Nice.
He is the Jonas brother of this world.
Seeing the I would like to look as well and seeing the similarity between the two. Like, And then I start unloading my stuff out of the carriage.
Sure.
And then Gorham's just like, "Look, Reg, we've got a celebrity in our midst."
I would like to mutter to myself, "Well, it can't be that popular."
You actually have, now that like things are getting connected, you do remember reading as a child, the adventures of Marholt. It wasn't your kind of adventures because it wasn't really swashbuckling. It was more of like a primer for like children to act courteous and stuff, which you don't really think you were about.
Is this like a Goofus and Gallant type situation? Marholt and Mongoloid or something?
Maybe.
Anyway, that's pretty cool.
Well, I'm gonna give her the book back.
She takes it from you. Could you sign it? She turns around and runs in the house. I'll be right back. I'll get a pen.
I just kind of turn around. I look as bewildered as the rest of the guys. I have no idea what's going on.
What are you talking about? Your face is on that book.
I don't know how.
Well, I mean, obviously, somebody made a print of your face and then put it on the book. That's how they did that.
The character in that book is a young lad. I don't have any recollection. To tell you the truth, I don't remember anything from before 3 weeks ago.
Do you want to ask her if she has perhaps the first few books, and maybe you could read about where you know.
The past adventures of Marholt.
What if it's not really about me? What if it's just a coincidence?
I gotta tell you, after all of the things I've seen in this world, I don't believe in coincidence. This is more than your average coinky-dink.
Well, go ahead.
Do you guys want to do anything, or?
I'm gonna help unload. I'm gonna try to avoid as much as possible and just help unload.
Sure. Can everyone roll a perception check for me? Or whoever wants to roll. Zach with that magic numbers.
Let's see, perception.
Joel,
14.
Tony, you're
Tony
too
with a 6.
flabbergasted.
Yeah.
Zach got a 17, Joel a 14, Tony a 6, and Sponge with a gentleman 7. Tony and Sponge, Marholt and Aldrin are too busy doing their tasks, unloading their goods from the or their belongings from the cart. But Orlando, you hear the sweet sound of music floating on the air. You hear people singing, and a voice that sounds super familiar catches your ear, and you're drawn towards the second cart, the one from Plunetaria. What's the exact name again?
Plunetaria.
Plunetaria? All right, I thought so. The cart from Plunetaria catches your ear, and you kind of like almost cartoonishly get pulled towards it.
Can I pull out, like, do I know the song that they're playing?
Yeah, it's
I would like to play along with it as I approach the cart.
Oh, definitely. You hear the music playing and you start getting pulled one way. Joel, you hear something completely different. Reggie and Gorham hear a conversation happening before the first cart. You look over and you see a orcish man talking to a human wearing armor. What you hear them talking about is the orc who you assume is the father of Tara, the young girl. complaining to the guard that something's been killing his sheep at night, and they've been going missing. And he was hoping maybe the guard would be able to help him track this beast down and kill it. But the guard's like, no, I'm not a hunter. I'm a caravan guard. I don't hunt. I just simply guard. I kill bandits. I don't kill monsters.
Gorm, what's that? Hey, Reggie, you want to go see about hunting things? All right, let's go. And we jaunt over.
Go ahead and roll a d20 for me, Zach and Joel. We'll see whose scene gets.
Gentleman's 10. Oh!
A lady like 6.
Joel, do you want to go first or second?
You know, I'm really interested in this planetoria thing. Let's go with Zach first.
All right.
Typical.
Is anyone accompany Zach as he walks towards the cart full of musicians?
Sure, anything to get away from this weird book thing.
Marholt and Orlando make their way towards the music. Orlando catches his entrance with a flourish. Go and roll a performance check for me.
I was going to say, I would like to rip out a gnarly harp solo, and that is a 23 for performance.
Jesus.
You do, in fact. Basically, like, it's a simple tune. It's kind of like a drinking song from Planetaria. But, like, there's a lot of room to improvise. A lot of the music from Planetaria is very simple, but, like, you can make flourishes and make it sound good. To a layman, it seems easy to play, but, like, it's hard to master kind of music. So you come in strumming on the harp.
Polka.
No.
How dare you? How
It's a
dare you
waltz.
attack my culture by calling it a polka?
Da, 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 da.
So you start playing very quickly, notes dancing on your harp. As you walk into a half circle of performers, there's 4 of them, 3 men and 1 woman. The woman catches your eye. You feel like you know her from somewhere. Roll a wisdom check for me, or intelligence, whichever is higher for you.
All right, I'll be honest with you. None of those are quite good for me. That is a 19, though. Whew! We're throwing rocks tonight, boys.
You know her as Tessa. A memory flashes in your head of you peering into a keyhole, seeing a woman converse with something you don't know about. Running down the hall, you see a black-haired, dark-featured woman, a student just like yourselves, in the hallway. You think it's Tessa.
She was post keyhole viewing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She stands there. As she looks at you, roll an insight check.
Whew. All right. It's 21.
To a normal person, she probably didn't seem like she just overlooked you like a normal, like you're just a piece of the scenery. But like, the way you know how to like mask your emotions and stuff from your years of training, you know that she was surprised and startled to see you. She continues the song, but it ends a little bit sooner than it normally does. She looks to you. Orlando, is that your name?
It is. Tessa, it's been quite some time.
She strides over.
Is she like older than me, or is she the same age?
Very similar age. She's just like a couple years older than you, a little further along in the academy in which you studied. She walks up to you and puts her hand out. I'm sorry?
As most were.
Yeah. She puts her hand out to shake your hand.
I put my mini harp away and shake her hand.
She grabs your hand and pulls you close.
It's getting sexy.
Let's talk in private.
I was gonna say, can I minor illusion a sound in the ear opposite of where I am that says, "Sounds good. Let me know when."
Sure. She nods to you, and maybe we'll catch up after dinner time when the sun has fallen a little bit. It's midday right now. You guys didn't get much traveling done. Talbot decided he wanted to sleep inside a farmhouse rather than in his bedroll. So he said, we'll stop here for the night. The festival can wait. We're ways off, so we can waste a day here. But yeah, Tessa and the band of Planetarians decide to start up another song. They start playing very quietly this time. But she looks at you and then looks at Marholt, and she smiles sweetly.
Do I know this song?
Yeah.
Then I would like to join in.
Sure. Go ahead and roll another performance check for me.
18.
All right. Yeah, you join the song and you play very well. The song keeps up at a quick pace and keeps on getting faster and faster. It's kind of a song your people use to test other musicians to see if they're good or not. But with this,
so it's like Ed Sheeran in Yesterday.
I did not watch Yesterday.
Consider yourself lucky.
Anyway. It's a jazz concert.
Yesterday?
No, this what's happening between Tessa and Orlando. It's a jazz concert. One person plays and the other one tries to show the other one up.
Yeah, it's basically they're having a pissing contest. The best way to describe it. We're gonna
I would like to tell her, when it comes to playing the harp, I have the fastest fingers in the South.
Oh, she nods her head and goes, I bet, and smiles.
Snap.
We switch over to
biggest
Gorum
frowny face.
and the orc and the guard. Like I said, I don't hunt. I simply guard. I fight bandits. I don't fight monsters. Well, I need some help with a monster. Can you point me in the right direction?
How far is Gorum at this point from this conversation?
As close as you want to be.
Okay, I just want to be like, hey, I hunt. I like hunting and killing. You can hire me and Reggie. We'll take care of your monster.
The orc looks over at you. The guard looks a little like, what the fuck? Why would you interrupt this conversation? But the orc goes, oh, good! I was looking for a monster hunter. It seems that your half-orc brashness with his need met perfectly, and you guys are just in sync. Yeah, I definitely need a monster hunter.
Well, you've come to the right place, or maybe I should say, me and Reggie have come to the right place.
Oh, I definitely need some help. Do you need specifics, or can I just point you in a direction?
I mean, I'd like a little bit of what you call recon info.
He sits and thinks and goes, every night the last 3 weeks, one of my sheep has been missing. A couple of them been dropping dead too. So just like their necks are broken or something. And well, I know something's trying to pick them up and carry them, but I don't know what. My daughter thinks it's a griffin, but griffins don't live this far south. They're more of the mountains.
All right.
He scratches his head and he goes, my daughter also says that she could make some sort of trap to catch the griffin. But well, there's the other problem. She needs fish for it. Griffins love fish for some reason, but our local Watering hole is said to be haunted, and I'm not, I lack courage. I'm an orc, but I'm a farmer. If that makes any sense to you.
It does. It does indeed, good sir. What's your name?
Oh, the name's Tusk. I used to be Tusks, but one of them fell out.
Makes sense. All the sense in the world, right, Reg? Alright, so, couple questions, really.
Sure.
When do your, sheep fall dead? Is it, like, during the day, at night?
No,
when do you
I
usually
find them
see
in the
this stuff
morning
happen?
dead.
So it happens at night. Alright.
Yeah, we've been trying to keep them inside the pens at night, but sometimes the flock's so big it's hard to keep them all rounded up.
And there are no other footprints inside your pens.
I mean, you can check
That
it out
don't look
yourself,
like
but
sheep.
I'm like I said, I'm a farmer. I don't do much of the adventuring.
I feel like if you're a farmer, you still should be able to tell odd footprints from sheep prints.
He looks at you and goes, did I mention I'm an idiot?
You did just now.
Yeah. My daughter is full of brains, so is my wife, but I'm just a simple farmer. I deal more with the wheat than the sheep. My wife's the animal herder. I'm more of a manual labor kind of man.
I understand. Nothing wrong with a good elbow grease to earn your keep.
Well, speaking of earning your keep, I'm willing to pay. I have a small sum of money I'm able to pay out. I mean, I'm losing sheep left and right, so being able to recoup some of that and not be losing all of them at once, I could probably spare 25 gold pieces.
That sounds like a... Wait, what's that, Reg? What? No, of course we're not gonna try and take any more money from him. He's already been nice enough. 25 sounds good to me, sir.
He puts his hand out. He spits in it and goes to shake your hand.
And I clasp it.
Oh, it's good. It's nice to finally meet someone that has sensibilities like my own.
Yes. Good etiquette all around, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The guard looks at both of you and goes, "All right, yeah, it seems like you've been taken care of. I'm going to watch the squash." And he looks down at the ground.
Puny human.
I'm assuming I'm still unloading the cart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
do
gonna ask.
whatever you want.
Was anybody with me for that?
I didn't notice anything going on, so no one informed me of anything, so I assume I'm unloading the cart.
Sure.
Diligent worker.
Yeah, you
Very
unloaded.
good.
Talbot came up to you while you were getting your stuff and asked if you could pull down a barrel of mead. He decided to barter with the woman and traded a barrel of mead for room and board for tonight for all of you.
Okay.
Very cool.
All right, what y'all's doing?
What I want to do first is find the sheep pen and try and see if I can find any other tracks that don't seem to make sense.
Okay. Does anyone have anything counter to that?
I get tired of the music and go back to the cart.
Okay.
I would
And
like
I
to
stand around the cart and complain that nobody helps me with anything.
Sponge is Uldren is the workhorse of the group. Everyone else is a layabout.
I have put my helmet back on at this point, and I've gone ahead and put like a bandana over my face, like mouth and nose too, because that was just weird. So until I figure out what's going on, yeah, I'm trying to be.
I would like to. How late in the night is it?
It's like midday.
Oh, midday. Never mind then. I guess I'll just keep playing music with the cart.
Sure.
I'll practice my sword a little bit.
All right. Is anyone wanting to go with Joel to the pasture?
Does he tell anybody?
Yeah, that's the question I have.
All right. Okay. So before I run off, I go over because I see 2 people standing around a cart and one playing in the band, and I run over and I'm like,
Gosh, I just got offered 25 gold pieces to find and kill a monster that's taking this guy's sheep. Who's with me? Flan? Flan, you want to come?
No, I do not want to go. I have to talk to my pay. The person I have to make a collect call. Does anyone have any change? You see Flan walk
Not
over to
for
the back of
you.
the cart, grab a bucket
Back
of
of
water.
the cult? That's about right.
That's the thing about cults.
Freudian slip there.
Yeah.
You say sheep are being attacked?
Yes. There's some creature that appears to be trying to carry off the sheep, but their necks keep getting broken. Kind of like that deer we found, eh? So I figured, why not take a look about? He said he's going to pay us 25 gold pieces.
Yeah, let's do that.
Is that 25 gold purses each, or?
In total, greedy man. In
And
total.
I say, Aldrin, you seem awfully defensive of the sheep.
Well, yeah, all animals should be protected.
Okay. Yeah. I give Aldrin a high five, should he be willing to receive it. And
I see him raise his hand and I wave.
I am willing to go with you.
I'll go with you.
Sweet.
Only if I can play my harp the entire way there.
I mean, you're on a hunting trip, but
Yeah.
I'll play it very quietly.
Keep quiet.
Reggie doesn't like that idea.
I'm gonna play the
Might
sounds
want
of
me to
silence.
snap it if it's too much.
You're more than welcome to try, Mister.